Welcome back to Cursed Mining, and first of all, I'm glad to be back. Today, I'm proud to bring you a completely new format, the first interview featured on the channel. We are talking to the pool operators of AionPool.tech. This is about what it takes to run a mining pool, some behind the scenes info, which in my opinion is very interesting for us miners, of course about the Aion project itself, and much more. This is a longer video for a change, so lean back and enjoy. If you're looking for specific questions, I will post timestamps in the first comment, so let's go. First of all, thank you Yashnik, IZU2 and CryptoZ for taking the time to talk to me and our audience. Would you like to quickly introduce yourself and what you're doing at AionPool.tech?
Yeah, for sure. First of all, thank you for interviewing us. It's awesome. I'm Yashnik. I'm the pool founder of AionPool.tech. I'm based in Northern Ontario, pretty close to the actual Aion Foundation headquarters in Toronto, Canada.
My name is IZU2, and I am located in Florida, United States. I am a co-founder at AionPool.tech, and I enjoy helping the community, enjoy being part of AionPool.tech, and it's my pleasure, and my thanks go out to you for the interview and interest in the project. And we also enjoy helping others learn how to mine and learn about the Aion project, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, I'm CryptoZ from Sweden, co-founder at AionPool.tech. I joined the team back in September 2018, so after approximately 1 month after the pool was founded. And I enjoy what I'm doing for the pool and for the mining community and for Aion as a whole. And thank you for having us for this interview on your channel.
You're more than welcome. So maybe let's start in the beginning. Can you tell us how the pool came into existence?
Yeah, sure. Well, before even Aion launched their mainnet, I was involved in the project. I researched it coming from close to home, had a special meaning. I researched a white paper, got into the community, got to know people, and one day, I decided to support the miners and started AionPool.tech. Yeah.
In the beginning, we didn't really plan on having an Aion pool. It's just kind of something that happened because of the interest that we had in the Aion project and the support that we were giving the community. Kind of naturally fell into this position as pool operators in an effort to support the community and the Aion blockchain.
So to add to that, you already mentioned you're not involved with Aion themselves, so you came as enthusiasts to the project.
Another reason why I was such a strong supporter of the Aion project, and I can put myself and back myself to it, is because I visited their headquarters personally, back in the day, and saw their team working. It's incredible. They have a big office, they have a big team. There's over 50 employees. They're really in for the future. It was a big eye opener for me, and it just helped me know that I'm supporting a project that has a core.
Because we know the crypto world sometimes. The multi-million crypto is an office with a name on it and nothing else. I think you all know.
Or some dude in mommy's basement.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, we came to the project as enthusiasts. We started off as miners, and we're still miners and enthusiasts, and do our best to keep up with the latest happenings with the Aion project and help share that information with the community.
Awesome. Would you guys like to add something? Or?
Yeah, the interesting thing about AionPool.tech is, like I said, it was not something that we set out to achieve. It was not our primary goal. It happened, basically out of pure passion for our interests in supporting the Aion network.
Yeah, at the very beginning, like before we even created the pool, there was it was just Linux. Miners would attest, Linux can be tricky for newcomers or miners in general. So, we saw the difficulty and people asking questions all the time on Telegram and Aion forums and Discord. And it's like, all right, well, let's do something here, right? So we believed in the network. We wanted to help miners. It was a no-brainer, really, to start AionPool.tech.
Right, and it did require in the beginning, for just the average person who wanted to start mining Aion, some Linux knowledge, some basic Linux knowledge could be used, but there wasn't really a whole lot of information out there to teach somebody how to start So there were a lot of people out there needing support, and it was important that we, in the beginning, figured out how to do this. Of course, if you want to mine on the network on day one like we did, then you're going to have to know how to set up the pool. You're going to have to know how to install the kernel. You're going to have to know how to do all of these things and do your own solo mining, because there was no pool mining several months after the mainnet launch.
That's a good point, I see. And there's also the evolution of mining as well that you have to think about, because, there's programs like HiveOS or SMOS,
right?
All these different kinds of mining programs that come out and people want to use. We experiment, we try them and get to know them. We know it works. We know what's best. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's always a constant evolution.
And the Aion is so different when it comes to mining that even when mainnet launched, there was really no commercial miner available for it. And we were all using a miner that was written by a mystery author called Smart Miner in the very beginning, which has been replaced. There's been a few other mining softwares released since then that have increased the miners' earnings and has decreased the power requirements needed to achieve the same goals with any given set of hardware. And then to add to that, those miners would be implemented later in Simple Mining OS, or SMOS as some people call it. Shortly after that, it was implemented into HiveOS as well. So as far as mining Aion currently, compared to where we were then, it's a lot more easy. It's a lot more simpler for somebody to do it. It's a lot more simpler for somebody to mine Aion.
Yeah, the options, there's a lot more options.
I do know that from my own experience, starting out with HiveOS compared to now, that it's much easier, yeah.
Right.
What you already told me was very interesting to hear. Like, you saw the need for a pool and then you made it. So can I ask, like, for people who have no idea about running a pool, what does it take to run a mining pool in the first place?
Yeah, running an Aion mining pool is super easy. And that's thanks to Aion Foundation, that they provide full functional open source software on their GitHub that is well maintained and frequently updated with new features and bug fixes and so on. And we are working very close with Aion Foundation on adding new functions and improvement to the current pool code. And that's for the software part. Hardware-wise, it depends on how redundant you want your system to be. You can start with a single server, and you can go as far as 20 server plus for sure. And how we run our pool is we have many servers well spread geographically around the globe, and they are running independent of each other. So we don't have any single point of failure on our system. And all that is providing the lowest latency and the highest redundancy to our miners. Talking about redundancy, we have configured a fail-safe stratum that will automatically detect if your mining server is down, and it will redirect your rigs to your next closest server on our system. And of course, you need some knowledge on Linux and managing some servers, as well as some knowledge about knowing how a mining pool works. And yeah, that's it.
Something to add, guys?
Well, I think KZ is a very smart dude, aka King of Sweden. He came up with this solution where we were wondering, how can a miner know like that it's you're always gonna be safe to mine on our network, and what if a server I'm mining on goes down, right? Well, to automatically relay to the next closest Stratum server to you is exceptional. There's not many pools out there that do that that I know of. So yeah, that's great.
That's awesome, because that's like info you can't really get as a normal miner. So I'm glad that you share that. While we are still at Aion, I think one thing very interesting for many people is the fact that Aion will switch to a proof of work and proof of stake hybrid protocol. Can you tell us your thoughts on it? And also, are there plans from AionPool regarding that? Will this affect you somehow, or the ordinary Aion user mining on your pool?
Right. So yes, the hybrid proof of work, proof of stake consensus, which is going to be launched in Q4 of this year. It's well on its way, apparently. It's going to bring, which is called Unity, it's going to bring a lot more security to the network, obviously, for regular holders to be able to stake, and as well as miners currently.
Someone else want to comment on Unity? Maybe you're not allowed to. I know.
I can add to that. Sorry. Like Unity, there's technical papers that have been released. We've gone through them. There's still the economics paper that's going to be released soon. We're definitely interested and we're definitely going to be involved. To what extent, we can't say at this time, but we will be involved for sure.
Right. We see it as an improvement to the Aion network to supplement many situations of things that could be a concern, a security concern, and also an asset to the community. Looking forward to the opportunity in the future to learn more about it and help others see how it can benefit them.
Well, another thing I can add to the Unity aspect, hybrid POS, POW, hybrid consensus. Mm-hmm. As a miner, the rewards will stay the same for miners, and you'll be able to stake your mined Aion, which is a bonus, in my opinion, and in our opinion, and the opinion of our miners and our community at the moment. They all know about it and are looking forward to it for sure.
I have to agree, because normally when you have a hybrid consensus, then mostly it's the miners do more work but have to share their part of it for a masternode or for staking. But when the rewards stay the same, it's fair for the miners, I think, because we can say that miners have supported Aion for a longer time.
Right, and as far as we know at this moment, and from answers that were provided, we know that the rewards for miners will stay the same or slightly a little better, and that's not to account that you'll be able to stake your mined coins as well.
So what I wanted to ask is, how is your relationships to other pools? Are you in contact with them, or is there no contact between different pool operators?
Oh, yes, of course, we're in contact with other pool operators. We have worked with other pool ops in the past. We have also assisted some newer startups in achieving their goals in supporting the Aion network. And we work with Aion as well to help the software side of things, providing feedback on GitHub and trying to resolve issues which benefits everybody, not just the miners, but other pool operators and miners on other pools as well.
I'd like to add to that as far, in relations to other pools. Yeah, we, like IC said, we've been in contact and we continue to be in contact with other pool operators. For us to become, the biggest Aion pool at this time, it's a lot of hard work. For me, I'm always after social media. I'm always helping people, teaching them about Aion, the project itself, the future that it brings, and the projects that are going to be boarding on Aion and all these things. And I do want to point out that, we've done our due diligence, and we hope, sure, we'll see that in the future where other pool operators do the same. And it's all for the greater good of the Aion Foundation's, network and security.
So we branched a little bit on that because you mentioned you're the biggest Aion mining pool. So as of this writing, AionPool.tech got over 60% of all Aion miners on it, or at least all public Aion miners. So what do you guys think about infamous 51% attacks and generally decentralization in that regard?
We feel that it is a heavy responsibility in order to maintain a pool that has that much of the network hash rate on it. Moving forward, Unity will help solve the issue of the threat of a 51% attack. And in essence, it would require 51% of all staked Aion and 51% of the hash rate to attack the network.
Unity, will solve that. And the way Unity has been put together by a very smart man, Jeff Disher at Aion Foundation, he knows his stuff, and I believe that Unity is going to be a consensus that other projects are most likely. I'm not going to say other than that, but I mean, I think a lot of other projects are going to look at that and going to say, yeah, I think this is the best way to go.
So we could say now is your last chance to attack the Aion network.
Yeah, pretty much. Good luck with that, though. We've been the biggest pool for quite a few months, and nothing's changed. Our support for the Aion Foundation has always been there, and will continue to be there.
So we also had a little bit of that. You guys told me your beginnings were mining, so of course I gotta ask. Are you still mining?
Well, what's mining? Sorry. For myself, of course. Yeah, still mining Aion. Got a couple rigs and going well.
Well, we started off as miners. We're still miners. And that helps us understand what miners are going to want from a pool. Being we mine on our own pools, that pool's got to be up and it's got to be available, reliable for us as well as everybody else. And we don't want our rigs going down, and we don't want your rigs going down either.
Yeah, as my partners mentioned, we started as a miners and we will continue to be miners. I'm mining currently Aion right now, and I've been also mining Aion for a while now. And I'm very excited for Unity and what it will bring to the community and to the miners. And yeah.
Awesome. Just another question came to mind. How did you guys meet each other in the first place?
Well, good question. Well, when I started the pool, it was a basic pool that grew pretty quick, and then it wasn't in the right spot, so we got DDoSed, or I got DDoSed. We needed to, and in my vision was to grow it anyways. So, but yeah, the DDoS attack really, opened my eyes, started expanding. So I knew IC from the past as a miner, and I saw how dedicated he was to also be helping miners for Aion mining. So it was a no-brainer to add him to the team. CryptoZ, when that DDoS attack happened, he was just a fellow miner as well. Started talking to him, and he, to me, started saying things that made sense to me. It fell nicely into what our vision was to grow the Aion network globally. I thought he had knowledge of a lot of things that would help us out, and so he joined our pool.
So you were alone in the beginning, Yashnik, and you got attacked.
Yeah. Well, I had a little server, and I knew how to build a pool. I'm an IT guy, so I know a little bit of stuff, not that much. But it was a VPS, was not dedicated. So when we got DDoSed, the company I was dealing with at the time, they shut the network down on me, and so it was over 24 hours before I got any kind of real answer, concrete answer, and that concrete answer was, sorry, we can't help you at this time. So. At the same time, with talking with CryptoZ, he had mentioned a certain company that I should probably look into, and I did, and created a pool, and it was up, and I was just letting it sit there, and good thing it was up and running, because at that DDoS attack, I was able to move all the services over to that new server fast, and we're back up, and we spread from there.
I was first introduced to Yashnik through helping people with support on Discord and servers where new miners were coming and wanting to know how to mine Aion. And, Yashnik was also there, and we became acquainted and had a lot of common goals, a lot of common interests, agreed about Aion, had the same strong feeling and interest regarding Aion and the technologies and the goals. And we shared information, we talked about things, got to know each other, and one thing led to another. And shortly after AionPool.tech launched, in the very beginning, there was one miner. And I was aware that AionPool.tech was going to launch before it launched. And Yashnik asked me if I could help him out with some hash power on a new pool. And of course, I said, yes, I'll do that. So we put all of our hash power together, and we were the first two miners on AionPool.tech. And we were hitting blocks, and everything was going smooth for a little while. And one by one, news spread. More and more miners came, and they were mostly the people that we had been helping in our small community, our small Discord group that we were part of in the past, and also the new Discord group that we had formed for AionPool.tech.
Yeah, well, how I met the guys, I had a problem on my Linux wallet because, as we mentioned at the beginning, Aion was only Linux at the beginning. My Linux virtual machine had like small hard disk space, and the blockchain on Aion grew, and that disk got full, and the machine just crashed on me. I tried to resize it, and then I corrupted the whole machine. So I asked for help on Aion official Discord, and guess who pops up? Yashnik. And my question was, is there a way to like download the blockchain somehow? Because the sync of the network at the beginning, it was also very slow. So yeah, the answer was no, you have to resync. So I just started from the beginning and I synced up my machine. It took like, I think 2 days to resync the blockchain again. That's where I get to know Yashnik. I add him on Discord and we started to talk about mining and Aion. And yeah, and as soon as Aion Pool launched, I joined also the pool. I was as a miner at the beginning. And then as Yashnik mentioned, we started to talk a bit more about the system security and safety from DDoS attack. Which server shall we use? What setups we will have? What protection we will get, protection against DDoS and securing our backends and front ends and our database and so on, and how we distribute our hash rate among our servers and how we deal with the thing in our system. And that is when I got into the team and I started to contribute more and more to the pool and being like a partner and co-founder with the guys.
Honestly, guys, I wish I had more questions for you. It's really a nice talk. So some interesting perspectives, really. So last but not least, unfortunately, already at the end, I'd like to give the last words to you guys. Is there anything you would like to tell my audience or especially the Aion miners?
Yeah, so I'd like to maybe talk about the Aion Plaque, which is in your possession at this moment. Incredible. It all began from Brandon Coin. He offered this plaque to us as a gift for, doing what we always do, helping miners and all that stuff. So he sent us this plaque and I had him send it to ICU2 here. And, he received it. You want to touch base on that, I see?
Yeah. I took possession of the plaque, admired its beauty, and it was fresh and clean when I first seen it. And I saw that as an opportunity to meet another YouTuber here close by, Savage Mine. And he and I got together and met in person for the first time. And we both had an opportunity to sign the plaque and take some of the first pictures to be released of the plaque to be posted on social media for everybody else to see. The plaque is essentially a symbol of community. It's a symbol of how community works together.
My thought about it, at the beginning was just a plaque. It was just a gift it was a cool looking plaque that was TIG welded.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. But then I thought, let's make something out of this. Let's make it a mining community thing as a whole.
Right.
That's how the idea sprung. So, he got to ICU2, he met with Savage Mine. Savage Mine is a strong supporter of Aion, strong supporter of AionPool.tech. From there, it went to Not Your Normal Miner, another YouTuber out in Indiana, USA. From there, it went back to me. When it first arrived back to me after so much time, I was so anxious to receive the plaque for the first time, right? And to see, Savage Mine, ICU2, Savage Mine, Not Your Normal Miner. That's the only 3 signatures it had on it when I received it. But yeah, Aion, they hosted a conference called Rebuild in Toronto, which I drove down there and stayed there and attended this awesome conference. And that's how I got the team to all sign it, take pictures with it, all that sort of stuff. It was really cool. And then I sent it off to Red Panda Mining, another YouTuber out on the west coast of Canada. That was super cool. There's videos on this whole journey. You guys check it out. It's awesome. Find them on our website under videos at the top. Anyways, he made this incredible video. It was awesome. He sent it back to me, and I sent it off to United Kingdom, Great Britain, where office there in Aion office, where one of the core devs received it, had his fun with it, and then he sent it off to Norway, to Crypto Nuffy, another YouTuber. He had a great time with it. He actually drove across Norway into Sweden to personally deliver it to Crypto Z. Crypto Z, do you want to touch base on that?
Yeah, it was really incredible to have the chance to meet with a great person like Crypto Nuffy. He came all the way from the west side of Norway. I think he said it was like almost 8 hours drive one way to where I was in Sweden during the summer, and we get together and we have like 2 hours of awesome crypto chat. It does not happen on your daily basis that you meet people and talk about crypto, especially here in Sweden. We have like very small population here, and there is a lot of people that know cryptocurrency here in Sweden, but I don't know much of them. I know like 2 or 3 friends that into cryptocurrency and mining. So it was nice to meet with Nuffy and talk about crypto and about the Plaque. And we actually was thinking about taking the Plaque and drive it down to Austria to meet with you, Cursed Mining.
Oh man, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, but the thing that would take like days, and we both have like a full-time job and so on. So it was a bit harder, and he had to get back to Norway at the same day.
And the cool thing about this whole journey of the Plaque, like we're actually going to places that some have never gone before, in their region, and it's just great, like Crypto Nuffy and ICU2, ICU2 going to drive to Savage Mind's home in a different state, or no, not a different state, but pretty far, to meet in person, and Crypto Nuffy going to, these mountains, these crazy things that he lives 2 hours away from them and he's never gone in his lifetime, but it gave him that chance to visit these places. I think is so cool. And like Casey said, I went to Poland actually after Sweden. Andres, he's another YouTuber who's not a miner. He's just a YouTuber who's into cryptocurrency, and he's a strong Aion supporter and always has been. He did a cool video too, and then he sent it off to you, man. After you, it's going to Africa, Kenya, Africa.
Amazing.
Which is so cool. There's the Aion office there, Kenya, and after that they're going to be sending it off to Shanghai, China, another Aion office there. And then again, after that, it's going to Barbados, another office for Aion there, which is so cool. Like the Aion Foundation, really looks after the community. They appreciate the community efforts. It's all just so cool. Once it gets back to the U.S., it's going to continue traveling across the U.S., come back into Canada. It's going to continue there. And its final resting place will be at the Aion Foundation, which I will bring there personally. And we'll have a little interview there, a little video for sure. Yeah. It'll be its final resting place for sure.
That is one awesome travel route, huh?
Yeah.
But what I can say is that with me, it will have a little hike through Austrian woods, that I know for sure. And because the Austrian cliché is mountains and woods, we don't have anything else besides farms.
Right.
So it will get some nature. Yeah, I think we are at the end, actually, which I think is a pity, because now I think, damn it, I should have asked more technical questions, but especially Aion supporters, like we all are, will be happy to hear these perspectives. Is there anything beside the Plaque which you guys wanted to add in the end?
Yeah, we would welcome anybody who's interested in learning how to either mine Aion, wants to know more about the project, to go ahead and join our Discord and ask away any questions. We have a fantastic community there, and you can usually reach either CryptoZ, Yashnik, or myself. We usually respond in a timely manner, so if you guys need anything or have any questions or just want some one-on-one contact with us, we're widely available. So stop on in.
AionPool.tech, we're not in it for profit.
True.
That shows in numerous community giveaways that we've done. We're all about supporting the Aion Foundation and their goal, which obviously in the future is going to reward us for all our hard work. But at the moment, it's all about helping the network. And so running our pool, there's a lot of costs. So anything that we actually make, we give back to the community. We just make our money back. But we hold, these great giveaways. You'll see if you do a little searching our Discord, you'll see the great things that we're doing for our miners and for promoting the Aion Foundation's network for miners, throughout communities.
I can also spoil that Yashnik offered to also give Aion for my personal giveaway when or if I reach 5,000 subscribers. So also thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
My last take is we will always do what we are doing, and we will always continue supporting Aion and the Aion community. We will be supporting our miners, all miners that are interested in mining Aion, new and current, and we are also looking forward to helping people getting into staking when Unity is out. We are very excited about it, and as my partner said, we have a great community on our Discord, and we are looking to help people more and to interact with the community and just keep doing what we are doing. And
I actually think that is all, even though I'd love to talk about more or feature more, because I think people can learn from it, because how often do you get the chance to talk to pool operators?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Yeah, the reason why this started is because of, our common interest in a certain project. And I've said before, we didn't anticipate, this was not our goal to be in the position that we're in. But when you do have an interest and you work real hard and you learn all that you can, then you find that you can help other people. And it's all about finding a project that you enjoy, that you believe in, that you feel like is going to be useful in the future for many other people to use at multiple different levels, and just get in there. I mean, find it, find where you belong. Get in there, help other people who belong with you, and these kinds of things happen. I mean, if this is their goal, then there's plenty of time out there for people to achieve those types of goals. AionPool.tech just manifested from a few people who believe in the project, and we're happy to be here, and we're still going to do what we do, just like my partners said.
So thank you very much again.
Oh, thank you for having us, for sure.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. It's my pleasure to be here, and thank you for your interest.
So that's it with the interview. Thanks to you folks for listening in. I hope it was as interesting for you as it was for me. Also, we did this interview right in my after the hack break, so also thanks to the folks for the big motivation boost. Of course, I will also have content talking more about the hack and the aftermath of it. But right now, my question to you folks is if you like this interview podcast kind of format, and if so, who would you like to see interviewed on the channel? I'd love to feature more content like this, as I really enjoyed it. That's it for this week. Yes, I'm back with my weekly upload schedule. I wish all the best to each and every one of you. Happy mining and bye!